Hello everyone, today my team and I will be presenting to you our e-commerce strategy and retail strategy for La Maison Simons. We will start by explaining the problem that we will address, followed by a company and a market analysis, and we will conclude with our recommendations. Like all retailers, Simons is facing a new reality with COVID. Although they're presented with challenges, the CEO still has intentions to expand, to invest in tech-driven solutions, to grow the Fabric 1840 and more. We will analyze the company, its competitors, and competitive environment and give 3 potential expansions plans for Simons as their next step as a company is to dominate the retail sector in a particular market. For Simons' main competitive advantages, they have a very large assortment variety ranging from moderately priced to distinct offerings of more sophisticated products from Canadian and international designers. For this reason, their target market is very large, as their clothing could suit to various types of consumers, and that also opens the doors to a lot of competitors beyond only department stores, but also other brands with similar assortments and price ranges. They also have a strong Canadian market knowledge and savoir-faire, putting them an advantage given the complex distribution systems in Canada. They have great long-lasting and reliable relationships with suppliers, which increases their power. And finally, Simons is pretty tech-savvy as they have invested a lot in tech-driven AI solutions, automation and robotics in their warehouse, and have mobile applications. So for the market analysis and the current trends in the fashion industry, we have the first one that is that more and more consumers are trying to shop with, that are shopping with their emotions rather than with their wallets. Here in Canada and in Quebec, consumers value local products and environmentally friendly processes, which are 2 things that Simon is tackling with their products and strategies. Then there are increasing trends in consumers looking for more engaging and long-lasting retail shopping experiences. And finally, there's an increasing amount of available sales channels online and offline. So online, apart from websites, they have mobile apps, social media platforms, and the companies have to discover all of them to be on top of the game. I will now pass it on to Laurelie for the first alternative.
So the first alternative we propose is to expand their presence even more throughout Canada. They already have a few stores across Canada, but one of their main strengths is that they've been in their home market, Quebec, for 176 years now. So Quebecers know Simons very well and they trust them. And then in the last few years, they've been working on an expansion plan to expand their presence in the rest of Canada and make sure other provinces know as well the value that they can bring. However, after testing around in a few locations, they realized their brand awareness was not as high as they expected compared to a 90% brand awareness level in Quebec. But we think that there's still a lot of potential, and this is why we would suggest they expand their presence in BC, especially in Vancouver, since there is actually a 30-40% brand awareness level on the West Coast. An advantage of this strategy is that they already understand their competitors well in the country, and also there is less competition in BC than other provinces. We would propose they expand their presence online for the moment, but think about establishing another physical presence in the short-long term. Then another reason is that according to some research, BC is the province that spent the most online in the past few years, and especially towards apparel. And for the price, it's the same currency and a similar income level, plus it would make the distribution easier as the distribution warehouse is in Quebec, and also would align with their strategy of trying to make all of their processes eco-friendly. Finally, regarding promotion, they should definitely increase their online advertising a lot, and having a multi-channel strategy is necessary to be able to keep a high level of engagement with different customer segments. And this is where La Maison Simons is perceived on a perceptual map regarding price and quality and compared to its main competitors.
The second alternative is for Simons to expand into the US market. We propose this US expansion because Simons already ships to the US through its online site, simons.com. This means the expansion will be easier as there is already channels established for distribution in the US market. Through an analysis of the marketing mix for the US, we can see that there is a large apparel retail market valued at over $368 billion. This demographic overlaps with Simons' target segments, with over 50% of e-commerce shoppers living in higher income families. This existing online presence also makes further expansions easier. Looking at product, Simons already offers a variety of products to US consumers through its site. Since the US customers have a narrower selection in product choices, this expansion can focus on extending the existing product lines. Additionally, Simons has already announced proposed expansions of the Fabric 1840 line in North America. The price in the US market is affected by currency fluctuations as well as shipping costs. Simon's currently offers free shipping for orders over $50 with 10-day shipping, which can be improved on during the expansion. The US household income is also similar to Canada, making it easier for the brand to appeal to the market. For promotion, it will be most effective for Simon's to approach the market through social media advertisements as it is most cost-effective, and it will be easy to maintain the loyalty program and customer service through the website. Looking at the perceptual map for major apparel retailers in the US, we can see that Simon's is placed in regards to price and quality.
And when we look at the clothing and fashion industry revenue growth, Europe is another market with great potential. It has an annual revenue growth rate of 8.7%, which is ranked right below the US. And when we look within the market of Europe, we found that the UK has the largest fashion e-commerce market in Europe, and it has the highest e-commerce penetration rate, which is 67%. It also has a high market growth rate, and when we look at language and culture, it has the most similar cultural background and language compared to its home market, which is Canada. Simon's needs to first expand their online presence in the UK, as well as increase the distribution channels to ship to the UK. And they also need to consider moving into the department stores in the long run. For products, Simon's needs to expand their product range and variety to fit the different shopping habits of UK consumers. To reduce the shipping time and increase localization, Simon's can also partner with local brands and suppliers, including popular brands like George, Primark, and Dr. Martens. They can also maintain their augmented products in the UK, which is personalized customer service and shopping experience. And Simon's pricing in the UK is affected by currency fluctuations and income level. The income level in the UK is slightly higher than Canada, but overall it's very similar, which is easy for the brand to set its pricing strategy. Simon's can also use a combination of market skimming pricing strategy and the market penetration pricing, meaning to enter the market with a relatively lower price than its competitors for certain products while maintaining a higher price point for exclusive and limited directory designer brands. As for promotion, Simon's needs to use a combination of direct marketing, advertising, sales promotions, and public relationships. Note that in the UK, besides websites and social media platforms, advertisement channels such as TV ads, fashion magazines, and other print materials are also very important. Now, moving on to the perceptual map, we can see that Simon's is ideal to be marketed as a relatively higher end retailer in the UK, which is placed right in between the M&S and Next.
So on to our recommendations. Unsurprisingly, our recommendation is for Simon's to expand throughout Canada, focusing on Vancouver first and then other cities shortly afterwards. So without repeating what Laurelie said too much, there are about 7 reasons we picked this alternative over the others. So the first is that Canada poses less competition than the other 2 locations, especially the United States. This makes expansion a lot easier for the brand. Secondly, the competition that Simon's will see during its expansion is recognizable, meaning that a lot of their current competitors, such as the Bay or Zara, remain their competitors during the expansion. Since Simon's knows a lot about its current competition, adding locations and services throughout Canada is going to be a far more calculated risk. Third, Simon's already has distribution facilities in place within Canada, meaning that shipping to a place such as Vancouver is going to be a lot less expensive and significantly faster. This decision is also the most eco-friendly, as massive new facilities don't have to be built, and items can be shipped through more eco-friendly means. As stated previously, Simon's already has a degree of brand awareness within Canada, and this decision is far less risky than expanding to a different country where Simon's would be essentially jumping into the fog. Finally, the CEO of Simon's has stated that he wishes for Simon's to remain a Canadian brand, and we will respect what he says. So our decision to expand throughout Canada will ultimately lead us to accomplishing 4 goals. Firstly, and obviously, the expansion into a new market will lead to increased profits, as there will be a large increase in purchases outside of Quebec. This will be in part because of Simon's increased brand awareness outside of Quebec as well. And we recommend running a marketing campaign in the Vancouver area, of course, and where Simon's will expand to in Canada next. The increase of customers lead to new relationships and higher customer loyalty. And finally, and most importantly, this decision will gradually shift Simon's in the eyes and minds of consumers from a Quebec brand to a Canadian brand. By broadening its market, Simon's sees huge potential for sales and customer loyalty throughout the country. Thank you.